Against all odds, my father took on the KKK, forced him into bankruptcy. When he died suddenly, my mother carried on the fight for justice. Years later, I worked for President Obama as he worked to secure health care for millions of Americans. It's about leadership. I'm Shomari Figures, and in Congress, I will lead to invest in job training, lower health care costs for families in this district, and protect Medicare and Social Security. I approve this message because you deserve real leadership to get real results.
Been there. I've seen it working at the highest of levels. I have seen what it looks like for an issue to be a priority for a president and a White House. I've seen what it looks like for an issue to be a priority at a cabinet level agency and treated as such by a cabinet official. And I've seen how issues become priorities and navigate their ways through the halls of Congress to becoming law and becoming priorities across the federal government. And you know, that understanding, that's the skill, that's the experience, that's the talent that I bring to the table, and that's the thing that I thought that I could offer this race. It was a very unique perspective of being someone who spent a career working in federal government, and this is a federal position. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I think the number one responsibility of a congressman or congresswoman is to go to Washington, D.C. and do what it takes to bring back the federal resources to address the priorities locally.
Tonight, we can tell you a packed house at Bishop State Community College as Alabama's new Congressman Shomari Figures held a town hall taking questions.
Shomari Figures walking into a standing ovation. Most recently, of course, he voted down the spending bill. He did not vote for it to fund the government for the rest of this fiscal year. Then before opening it up to the floor, talking to constituents not only about their concerns, but taking their questions. We heard concerns about Social Security benefits, veterans benefits, of course, DOGE, the federal cuts by DOGE. We also heard concerns about the local Hispanic community about those mass deportations. Another issue that came up was voter suppression.
At the end of the day, we have the playbook. The playbook is to get up and go vote, be mobilized, be energized, and put us in a position where we can take control back of at least one of the chambers. And so, you know, I think people understand that. That's what people in this country and in this state fought and died for us to have the right to go vote. And so we have to get out there and exercise it and make our voices heard.
You know, not only the right to vote, but also those mass federal layoffs. He says there has to be a better way of finding the money than laying off hardworking Americans.
We have a congressman who's going to give you every detail he can about a question.
Then we should be doing it, investing in American people. If you're going to give tax breaks, they need to be going to people who make $50,000, $40,000, $30,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. Right? Because look, one thing that I do believe in is I believe in the power of the vote. I believe in it as much as John Lewis and Amelia Boynton Robinson and all those people, and Medgar Evers and all those people who literally died to get us that right. I believe in the power of it. Right? A generational disconnect. And when we fix that issue, we will be in a better position to drive the change and drive the impact of policies, not just in our communities, but across the country. We have to go vote.